I've been reading a lot of Chris Claremont's X-Men through the Epic collections here, and I've been kind of wondering, like, when does it like get really, really good? Because I've enjoyed it so far as I've read each of these, and I of course like the Dark Phoenix Saga and all that. But I was like, I'm not so sure, like whether it's all that it's cracked up to be. It's kind of like an odd sort of thing where I've thought it's okay, but maybe a little bit overrated. That kind of changed with the Brood Saga here. Volume 9, 1982 to 1983. It covers Uncanny X-Men 157 to 167 and annual number 6, and a special edition X-Men in here. And this whole situation, X-Men becomes like a sci-fi for this entire deal. They start fighting this group called the Brood, who looks a lot like, Alien from the movie Alien. And of course they meet these corsairs who they help fight the Brood, who are also dealing with the Shi'ar, and the Brood come to Earth and and there's this like major threat towards Earth. They're actually using one of the Shi'ars, like Liliandra's sister, to act like they're going to take the throne from them. Look at this beautiful sci-fi art right here, amazing, absolutely love it. It's a little slow. Like I would say that like Chris Claremont really is heavy on dialogue, especially compared to anything modern. But it's okay. It's like there's so many characters here. There's a lot to develop with the X-Men at this point. And so the X-Men kind of get separated into two different groups, where Kitty Pryde is of course kidnapped, and then eventually they have to deal with things. And it looks like that we have a couple like, is he going to die situations happening with our characters. The head of the Corsairs is revealed as Scott Summers' father, which is an interesting twist for the character, as Scott Summers, Cyclops, has to grapple with that. Eventually, they go back into space once more, and they have a second confrontation with the Brood, and this one's a lot crazier. Carol Danvers gets imbued with this new power, and she becomes binary, and so there's a lot of development here. You can see her right there. She goes out with the X-Men, and she's like doing a lot here. And then Storm has this like kind of mystical experience in space also, where she kind of has these visions and new powers happening, as well as they end up dealing with the Brood, as the Brood's about to clutch, and like they're embedded in the bodies of some of the X-Men over the course of this. And you get a weird sort of setup here where there's like this whole like clone body which shows up. It looks like Professor X is going to die, and of course he doesn't at the end. And then this last X-Men annual sort of deal is just a Kitty Pryde birthday back at the mansion, where it's a own standalone thing, but it's a cute thing and a nice development for Kitty Pryde. So overall, this is a wonderful, wonderful book, and a 9 out of 10 from me. I think the art's good. Even though the dialogue can be a little heavy at some point, I love the whole Brood saga. I love the whole alien adventures that the X-Men deal with, and really think that the characters develop a lot during this era. This is one of the better epic collections of X-Men that I've read so far, and I am coming to really enjoy Chris Claremont's stuff. I know some of the bigger runs are about to come up with Mutant Massacre and things like that in upcoming volumes, and I look forward to those. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit that like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.